Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. So I'm here today and I'm so excited to announce the next Historathon. So Historathon 2024 is taking place this November. This is a month-long readathon that really focuses on historical fiction books. We have a group read, we have different challenges, I have a couple of other hosts with me. It's a great time. So I'm so excited to announce it and give you all the details, and I hope you join in the fun. So this year joining me, we have Gloria from Gloria Z. Thompson and Layna from Layna's Bookshelf. I will leave links to their channels below as well. The three of us are hosting Historathon. A month-long readathon takes place the entire month of November. And I know that there's other readathons going on, like Nonfiction November. So definitely encourage you to join in with that as well. Historathon's a great readathon because you can kind of make it your own and make it work for you. So we do have a group read. We have been doing a group read for the last 3 years, something like that. And I'm really excited for this year's group read. I think it's going to be great. We're going to read The Briar Club by Kate Quinn. Kate Quinn's one of my favorite authors, and I love the premise of this, and my sister read it and was absolutely obsessed. So I'm thinking we're going to have a good time with this book. So this one takes place post World War II. We're in the 1950s. We're in Washington, D.C., and we find ourselves at this boarding house for women who are kind of in need of a little bit of assistance. And so there's quite the collection of women that live in this boarding house. And our one main character moves in. Grace March is her name, and she takes the attic room and she starts having dinners within her attic room and starts to get to know the other people who live here. We have Fliss, who's an English beauty. And she's kind of dealing with being this like perfect wife and perfect mother, but yet covering up some inner wounds that she's dealing with. We have Nora, who's a policeman's daughter, finds herself entangled with a shadowy gangster. Yes, please. And we have Bee, who is a former baseball star. So she was part of the women's baseball league that took place during World War II, but now that everybody's home, they apparently don't need women to play baseball anymore. She's having a hard time with that. And then we have Arlene. She has thrown herself into the McCarthy Red Scare. So they start to get to know each other. They start to kind of heal through their secrets. And then something happens. What did they call it? A shocking act of violence tears the house apart. So basically this captures the paranoia that was around this McCarthy era in this time period. There is potentially some sort of nefarious character in their midst, and we don't know who, yet everyone's a suspect. So I thought it was fantastic. I'm excited. I cannot wait to talk about this. So we're going to take the month to read this book whenever you can get to it. And then on Wednesday, December 4th, 7 p.m. Central Time, we're going to go live on my channel, myself, Gloria, and Layna, and we'll go live and we'll talk about the book and, you know, engage you guys in some discussion as well. So I'm really excited for that one. So then for the rest of the month, we do have, I think, 9, challenges, prompts, whatever you want to call them. And we've made a super cute, actually Layna made a really cute little like bingo board for us. I'll put it here, that has all 9. So the challenge is for you, pick up one book. If you pick up one book, maybe this one, or pick up 9 books, or pick up 4 books, or whatever you want to make it work within your reading journey. So I'm going to attempt to get a blackout and read something that fits all of them, but I might find a book that fits multiple ones and we can fill it in. So whatever works for you. There are no Historathon police that are going to come and make sure you're following rules. There aren't rules. So let's get into the prompts. First one. This was fun to come up with, I will admit. We used AI to help us come up with prompts. We just asked for some prompts and they gave us some great ones. And so thank you, AI, for giving us a little bit of creative juice to come up with some things. So I thought that was a little different for us to do. So anyways, first prompt is in a historical era exploration. So I tend to stay within like the 1900s, maybe late 1800s with my historical eras. This one is to challenge you to choose a book outside of that normal. So if you mostly read Victorian novels, try something set in ancient Rome or the Roaring Twenties. Mix it up a little bit. So looking for something outside of your normal historical era that you tend to gravitate towards. Next one is famous historical figures. So this one would be to read a historical fiction book that has some sort of famous historical figure in it, whether it's the main protagonist or just a side character. So that gives you a little more option. But pick something that loosely could be based around that person's life or they play a role in it. The third prompt is a historical romance, which seems to be somewhat popular lately. So a historical fiction with a strong romantic subplot. This can be any era that it's set in. I have so many ideas for this one in particular, but I will come up with a recommendations video for you, so you'll have to wait for that. But I immediately thought of a book that will fit this perfectly. The next one is social issues or cultural perspective. So choose a book that provides insight into a culture or region that's different from yours, or read a historical fiction book that addresses social issues of the time, such as class struggles, gender roles, racial discrimination. We're looking for you to kind of broaden your horizons and look for diverse voices and maybe learn something along the way. So I'm really excited for that one. I have a couple of books that I can immediately think that will definitely hit that mark. Then we have another subgenre, historical mysteries. Read a historical mystery or historical thriller. Some sort of suspenseful plot that it could be involved, and make it, almost a little more unique experience. Perfect for kind of this time of year. I might start out with something like that, because I'm still in spooky season for a while. Let's just be honest about that. Next one, war and conflict. One of the easy ones, select a novel set during a major historical conflict. World War I, World War II, Civil War, Vietnam War, if you know which book I'm thinking of. Those should be fairly easy to find, pretty popular, but of course it's an easy one to check off the list. So the next one would be historical fiction with a strong sense of place. Choosing a book where the setting is a really crucial part of the story. It allows you to kind of immerse yourself into that time, into that place. Again, I can think of a few that definitely fit the bill for this one and would actually also fit with historical mysteries. So those two could kind of go pretty good together. But we're really looking for like where the actual event takes place, like at a boarding house or something. Just saying. Then read a historical fiction hybrid. This would be a novel based on true events or incorporates real historical documents in the narrative. This one could have some epistolary aspects to it, but a little bit you're learning along the way. I'm thinking like Readathon tends to do a great job of giving you actual facts of what happened and then putting her own spin around the story. That's where that one would fall. And then the last one is a historical fiction adaptation. Read a book that's been adapted into a film or television series, and then maybe watch it and compare the two. So those are the 9 challenges that we have for Historathon this year. We definitely have some easier ones in there and ones that are that might, broaden your horizons a little bit. The one thing I love the most about historical fiction is I tend to learn something from it. I tend to come away with some sort of idea that I will then go and research and find myself down this big rabbit hole of like discovery and figuring out what is the real story around what this book was about. There are some great authors out there that do some amazing author's notes that will lead you in directions as far as where they have found this information and where the maybe nonfiction books that could support this are. It's just something that's so eye-opening, and I truly believe that sometimes in order for us to look ahead, we have to look back and see how far we've come. So I really hope you join me in this month-long readathon for Historathon. Myself, Gloria, and Layna are super excited to be together. It's going to be great. Comment below if you're going to join in. Feel free to share this. Feel free to make videos. I do have plans for a couple of videos to come. I want to do recommendations for each of these and kind of dig in a little deeper to the challenges and give you ideas of what books could work for that, as well as put together my pile of possibilities. I'm so excited to get to Historathon. It's one of my favorite readathons of the year. So if you want, head over to Gloria and Layna's channels. I'll link them below and see what they have to add for our announcement video. The details for Historathon will also be below, and then comment if you're joining in and definitely let us know. I think it's going to be great. And then save the date for December 4th. It is a Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Right here on my channel, we're going to have a discussion about The Briar Club by Kate Quinn. Very excited for this one. I think it's going to be fantastic. So write that down, make sure you're there, join in all the fun. I cannot wait. Otherwise, yeah, comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye.